If you watch this video until the end, you will definitely pass your theory test on the first attempt. This is the latest official DVSA styled questions video out there. Today, we will go through 100 essential mock test questions, with the last 5 questions absolutely crucial for your success. So, stick around until the end. Now, let's get started. Question 1. You see a pedestrian carrying a white stick that also has a red band. What does this mean? Answer is A. They're deaf and blind. When someone is deaf as well as blind, they may carry a white stick with a red reflective band or bands. They may not be aware that you're approaching and they may not be able to hear anything. So, for example, your horn would be ineffective as a warning to them. Question 2. You're following a cyclist. What should you do when you wish to turn left a short distance ahead? Answer is B. Hold back until the cyclist has passed the junction. Make allowances for cyclists and give them plenty of room. Don't overtake and then immediately turn left. Be patient and turn behind them when they've passed the junction. Question 3. You're traveling on a road that has road humps. What should you do when the driver in front is traveling more slowly than you? Answer is A. Slow down and stay behind. Be patient and stay behind the car in front. You shouldn't normally overtake other vehicles in areas subject to traffic calming. If you overtake here, you may easily exceed the speed limit, defeating the purpose of the traffic calming measures. Question 4. What do these motorway signs mean? Answer is A. They're countdown markers to the next exit. The exit from a motorway is indicated by countdown markers. These are positioned 90 meters, 100 yards, apart, the first being 270 meters, 300 yards, from the start of the slip road. Move into the left-hand lane well before you reach the start of the slip road. Question 5. You're driving in the right-hand lane of a dual carriageway. What should you do if you see a sign showing that the right-hand lane is closed 800 yards ahead? Answer is A. Move to the left in good time. Keep a lookout for traffic signs. If you're directed to change lanes, do so in good time. Don't push your way into traffic in another lane or try to gain advantage by delaying changing lanes. Hey, if you find this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel and hit bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Your support helps us bring you more content to ace your theory test. Now, let's get back to the video. Question 6. What should you do when you're approaching traffic lights that have been green for some time? Answer is D. Be ready to stop. The longer traffic lights have been green, the sooner they'll change. Allow for this as you approach traffic lights that you know have been green for a while. They're likely to change soon, so you should be prepared to stop. Question 7. When should you use your vehicle's horn? Answer is D. To alert others to your presence. You mustn't use your vehicle's horn between 11:30 p.m. and 7 a.m. in a built-up area or when you're stationary, unless a moving vehicle poses a danger. Its function is to alert other road users to your presence. Question 8. Which type of crossing allows cyclists to ride across with pedestrians? Answer is D. Toucan. A toucan crossing is designed to allow pedestrians and cyclists to cross at the same time. Look out for cyclists approaching the crossing at speed. Question 9. You're approaching a zebra crossing. What should you do if pedestrians are waiting to cross? Answer is C. Slow down and prepare to stop. As you approach a zebra crossing, look for pedestrians waiting to cross. Where you can see them, slow down and prepare to stop. Be especially careful of children and older people, who may have difficulty judging when it's safe to cross. Question 10. What's the purpose of road humps, chicanes and narrowings? Answer is B. To reduce traffic speed. Traffic calming measures help to keep vehicle speeds low in congested areas where there are pedestrians and children. A pedestrian is much more likely to survive a collision with a vehicle traveling at 20 miles per hour than they are with a vehicle traveling at 40 miles per hour. Question 11. How can driving in a fuel-efficient manner help protect the environment? Answer is D. By reducing exhaust emissions. Fuel-efficient driving is all about looking and planning further ahead. This helps raise your hazard awareness and reduces the need for late and heavy braking. This will make your journeys more comfortable, as well as considerably reducing your fuel bills and reducing emissions that can damage the environment. Question 12. You're driving in a built-up area that has traffic calming measures. What should you do when you approach a road hump? Answer is A. Check your mirror and slow down. Many towns have road humps as part of traffic calming measures, designed to slow down traffic. Reduce your speed when driving over them. If you go too fast, you could lose control or damage your car. Look out for pedestrians or cyclists while you're driving in these areas. Question 13. You're driving on an open road in dry weather. What distance should you keep from the vehicle in front? Answer is A. A 2-second time gap. One way of checking there's a safe distance between you and the vehicle in front is to use the 2-second rule. To check for a 2-second time gap, choose a stationary object ahead, such as a bridge or road sign. When the car in front passes the object, say only a fool breaks the 2-second rule. If you reach the object before you finish saying the phrase, you're too close and need to increase the gap. Question 14. What can result when you travel for long distances in neutral, known as coasting? Answer is D. Reduction in control. Coasting is the term used when the clutch is held down, or the gear lever is in neutral, and the vehicle is allowed to freewheel. This reduces the driver's control of the vehicle. When you coast, the engine can't drive the wheels to stabilize you through a corner, or give the assistance of engine braking to help slow the car. Question 15. What should the driver of the red car, arrowed, do? Answer is C. Wait for the pedestrian in the road to cross. Some people might take a long time to cross the road. They may be older or have a disability. Be patient and don't hurry them by showing your impatience. If pedestrians are standing at the side of the road, don't signal or wave them to cross. Other road users might not have seen your signal, and this could lead the pedestrians into a hazardous situation. Question 16. Some two-way roads are divided into 3 lanes. Why are they particularly dangerous? Answer is A. Traffic in both directions can use the middle lane to overtake. If you intend to overtake, you must consider that approaching traffic could be planning the same maneuver. When you've considered the situation and decided it's safe, indicate your intentions early. This will show the approaching traffic that you intend to pull out. Question 17. Why should you be cautious when going past this bus waiting at a bus stop? Answer is C. People may cross the road in front of it. A bus at a bus stop can hide pedestrians who might try to cross the road just in front of it. Drive at a speed that will enable you to respond safely if you have to. Question 18. Where would it be unsafe to overtake? Answer is D. Approaching a junction. You should overtake only when it's really necessary and you can see it's clear ahead. Look out for road signs and markings that show it's illegal or would be unsafe to overtake. For example, approaching junctions or bends. In many cases, overtaking is unlikely to significantly improve your journey time. Question 19. What advice should you give to a driver who has had a few alcoholic drinks at a party? Answer is D. Go home by public transport. Drinking black coffee or waiting a few hours won't make any difference. Alcohol takes time to leave the body. A driver who has been drinking should go home by public transport or taxi. They might even be unfit to drive the following morning. Question 20. You need glasses to read a vehicle number plate at the required distance. When must you wear them? Answer is B. Whenever you're driving. Have your eyesight tested before you start your practical training. Then, throughout your driving life, have checks periodically, as your vision may change. Question 21. What's the main hazard shown in this picture? Answer is C. The cyclist crossing the road. Look at the picture carefully and try to imagine you're there. The cyclist in this picture appears to be trying to cross the road. You must be able to deal with the unexpected, especially when you're approaching a hazardous junction. Look well ahead to give yourself time to deal with any hazards. Question 22. What should the driver of the car approaching the crossing do? Answer is B. Slow down and get ready to stop. Look well ahead to see whether any hazards are developing. This will give you more time to deal with them in the correct way. The man in the picture is clearly intending to cross the road. You should be traveling at a speed that allows you to check your mirror, slow down and stop in good time. You shouldn't have to brake harshly. Question 23. What should you do as you approach this cyclist? Answer is B. Slow down and allow the cyclist to turn. Keep well back and give the cyclist time and room to turn safely. Don't intimidate them by getting too close or trying to squeeze past. Question 24. You're driving on a one-way street. What should you do if you realize you've taken the wrong route? Answer is C. Continue and find another route. Never reverse or turn your vehicle around in a one-way street. It's illegal and could even cause a collision. If you've taken a wrong turn, carry on along the one-way street and find another route, checking the direction signs as you drive. Stop in a safe place if you need to check a map. Question 25. What should you do if the traffic in the left-hand lane is slowing? Answer is D. Slow down, keeping a safe separation distance. Allow the traffic to merge into the left-hand lane. Leave enough room so that you can maintain a safe separation distance, even if vehicles pull in ahead of you. Question 26. What would you do if you see older people crossing the road ahead? Answer is A. Be patient and allow them to cross in their own time. Be aware that older people might take a long time to cross the road. They might also be hard of hearing and not hear you approaching. Don't hurry older people across the road by getting too close to them or revving your engine. Question 27. Why should you look carefully for motorcyclists and cyclists at junctions? Answer is C. They are harder to see. Cyclists and motorcyclists are smaller than other vehicles and so are more difficult to see. They can easily be hidden from your view by cars parked near a junction. Question 28. Where would you see this sign? Answer is C. On a school bus. School buses can stop to pick up or drop off school children at places that aren't designated bus stops. Watch out for children crossing the road to catch the bus or from the far side of the bus if they've just been dropped off. Question 29. What should you do if the left-hand pavement is closed due to street repairs? Answer is A. Watch out for pedestrians walking in the road. Where street repairs have closed off pavements, proceed carefully and slowly, as pedestrians might have to walk in the road. Question 30. What should you do when you're following a motorcyclist along a road that has a poor surface? Answer is C. Allow extra room in case they swerve to avoid potholes. To avoid being unbalanced, a motorcyclist might swerve to avoid potholes and bumps in the road. Be prepared for this and allow them extra space. Question 31. You're driving in fog. Why should you keep well back from the vehicle in front? Answer is A. In case it stops suddenly. If you're following another road user in fog, stay well back. The driver in front won't be able to see hazards until they're close and might need to brake suddenly. Also, the road surface is likely to be wet and could be slippery. Question 32. What should you do when you're approaching roadworks on a motorway? Answer is C. Obey the speed limit. Be aware of reduced speed limits at roadworks. Speed limits shown inside a red circle are mandatory, and cameras are often used to enforce the reduced limit. Slow down in good time and keep your distance from the vehicle in front. Question 33. You're traveling in the left-hand lane of a 3-lane motorway. How should you react to traffic joining from a slip road? Answer is A. Adjust your speed or change lane if you can do so safely. Plan well ahead when approaching a slip road. If you see traffic joining the motorway, be prepared to adjust your speed or move to another lane if it's safe to do so. This can help the flow of traffic joining the motorway, especially at peak times. Question 34. How do motorways reduce traffic bunching? Answer is A. By using variable speed limits. You must follow the mandatory signs on the gantries above motorway lanes, including the hard shoulder. Variable speed limits help keep the traffic moving and also help to prevent bunching. Question 35. What does this motorway sign mean? Answer is A. Use all the lanes, including the hard shoulder. You must obey mandatory speed limit signs above motorway lanes, including the hard shoulder. In this case, you can use the hard shoulder as a running lane, but you should look for any vehicles that may have broken down and may be blocking the hard shoulder. Question 36. What's the meaning of this sign? Answer is C. National speed limit applies. This sign doesn't tell you the speed limit in figures. You should know the speed limit for the type of road that you're on and the type of vehicle that you're driving or riding. Study your copy of the highway code. Question 37. When should you use the right-hand lane of a 3-lane dual carriageway? Answer is C. When you're overtaking or turning right. You should normally use the left-hand lane on any dual carriageway unless you're overtaking or turning right. When overtaking on a dual carriageway, look for vehicles ahead that are turning right. They may be slowing or stopped. You need to see them in good time so that you can take appropriate action. Question 38. What signal should you give when you're going straight ahead at a roundabout? Answer is A. Signal left before leaving the roundabout. When going straight ahead at a roundabout, don't signal as you approach it. Signal left just after passing the exit before the one you wish to take. Question 39. What must you do if you come across roadworks that have a temporary speed limit displayed? Answer is A. Obey the speed limit. Where there are extra hazards, such as at roadworks, it's often necessary to slow traffic by imposing a lower speed limit. These speed limits aren't advisory, they must be obeyed. Question 40. How far are you allowed to reverse? Answer is A. No further than is necessary. You mustn't reverse further than is necessary. You may decide to turn your vehicle around by reversing into an opening or side road. When you reverse, always look all around you and watch for pedestrians. Don't reverse from a side road into a main road. Question 41. When could the cost of your insurance be reduced? Answer is D. When you complete the Pass Plus scheme. The cost of insurance varies with your age and how long you've been driving. Usually, the younger you are, the more expensive it is, especially if you're under 25. Pass Plus provides additional training to newly qualified drivers. The scheme is recognized by many insurance companies, and taking this extra training could give you reduced insurance premiums, as well as improving your skills and experience. Question 42. There's been a collision. How can you help a driver who's suffering from shock? Answer is C. Reassure them confidently. A casualty suffering from shock may have injuries that aren't immediately obvious. Call the emergency services, then stay with the person in shock, offering reassurance until the experts arrive. Question 43. At an incident, how could you help a small child who isn't breathing? Answer is B. Open their airway and begin CPR. If a young child has stopped breathing, first check that their airway is open and then begin CPR. With a young child, you may only need to use one hand and you shouldn't press down as far as you would with an adult. Continue the procedure until the child is breathing again or until a medical professional takes over. Question 44. At an incident, a casualty is unconscious but breathing. When should you move them? Answer is C. When there's a risk of further danger. Don't move a casualty unless there's further danger, for example, from other traffic or fire. They may have unseen or internal injuries. Moving them unnecessarily could cause further injury. Don't remove a motorcyclist's helmet unless it's essential. Question 45. What should you do if an instrument panel warning light comes on while you're driving? Answer is A. Check out the problem quickly and safely. Make sure you know what the different warning lights mean. An illuminated warning light could mean that your car is unsafe to drive. If you aren't sure about the problem, get a qualified mechanic to check it. Question 46. What's the first thing you must do if you have a collision while you're driving your car? Answer is D. Stop at the scene of the incident. If you're in a collision that causes damage or injury to any other person, vehicle, animal or property, by law you must stop. Give your name, the vehicle owner's name and address, and the vehicle's registration number to anyone who has reasonable grounds for requesting them. Question 47. What should you do before you tow a trailer for the first time? Answer is A. Take professional training. You need to know how to tow a trailer safely. This includes hitching the trailer to your vehicle, checking the trailer for defects, reversing with a trailer, and how to deal with any problems. There are accredited trainers who can teach you these skills. Professional training will also give you confidence in your ability to tow a trailer safely. Question 48. What must you do when you hitch an unbraked trailer to a towing vehicle? Answer is C. Fit a secondary coupling device. If a tow hitch fails, the trailer must stay connected to the towing vehicle. This is achieved by using a secondary coupling device, such as a safety chain. Question 49. What does this sign mean? Answer is D. Stopping place for tourist buses. This sign shows that this is a stopping place for tourist buses to allow passengers to take photographs. Question 50. What does this yellow panel indicate? Answer is C. Waiting restrictions. This yellow panel indicates that there are waiting restrictions within the zone. Hey, if you find this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel and hit bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Your support helps us bring you more content to ace your theory test. Now, let's get back to the video. Watch this 20 seconds video clip with focus. Question 1. What do the lines along the center of the road mean? Answer is C. There's a hazard ahead. White lines painted on the road give you information about where you may drive and when. A line that lengthens, with shortened gaps, means there's a hazard ahead. For example, it may mean there's a sharp bend coming up. If you need to overtake another vehicle or turn, you must make sure that the road ahead is clear before you cross the lines. Question 2. You want to overtake the tractor. What should you do? Answer is A. Stay behind and wait until you have a clear view. You need to be patient when you're waiting to pass a slow-moving vehicle like a tractor. Sometimes the driver will pull over to the left to allow you to pass more easily, but they may not always be able to do this. To pass safely, you need a good view of the road ahead. So, stay far enough behind the tractor to allow this view. When you can see that the road ahead is clear, you should check your mirrors and only overtake if it's safe to do so. Never overtake when you're approaching a bend, the brow of a hill, or where there's a dip in the road. Question 3. Why has the tractor got flashing amber lights? Answer is A. To warn you it's a slow-moving vehicle. Many vehicles have colored flashing lights that tell you the vehicle's function or how it will behave. Slow-moving vehicles use flashing amber beacons to warn other road users of their slow speed. For example, tractors, roadwork vehicles, and bin lorries. You should be patient when trying to overtake slow-moving vehicles. Question 4. This sign tells you that vehicles may be. Answer is B. Parked partially on the verge or footway. This sign tells you that vehicles may be parked partially on the verge or footway. Question 5. What does this motorway sign mean? Answer is B. Distance to deceleration lane. Countdown markers indicate the distance to the start of the deceleration lane. Each bar represents about 100 yards. Question 6. What does the following sign mean? Answer is A. End of dual carriageway. This sign warns you that you have reached the end of the dual carriageway. Question 7. You come across the following sign. What does it mean? Answer is B. Horse-drawn vehicles likely to be on the road. This sign warns you that horse-drawn vehicles are likely to be on the road. Question 8. Why should you use your mirrors when you see a hazard ahead? Answer is D. To assess how your actions will affect the traffic behind. You should be constantly scanning the road for clues about what's going to happen next. Check your mirrors regularly, particularly as soon as you spot a hazard. What's happening behind may affect how you respond to hazards ahead. Question 9. What should you do if you can't see clearly behind when you're reversing? Answer is B. Ask someone to guide you. If you want to turn your car around, try to find a place where you have good all-round vision. If this isn't possible, and you're unable to see clearly, then get someone to guide you. Question 10. You're waiting to emerge from a junction. The windscreen pillar is restricting your view. What should you be particularly aware of? Answer is D. Motorcyclists. Windscreen pillars can completely block your view of pedestrians, motorcyclists, and cyclists. You should make a particular effort to look for these road users. Don't just rely on a quick glance. Question 11. How can you avoid wasting fuel? Answer is A. By having your vehicle serviced regularly. If you don't have your vehicle serviced regularly, the engine will gradually become less efficient. This will cause increased fuel consumption and, in turn, an increase in the amount of harmful emissions it produces. Question 12. Why should you try and park in a secure car park? Answer is D. It helps deter thieves. Whenever possible, leave your car in a secure car park. This will help deter thieves. Question 13. On a vehicle, where would you find a catalytic converter? Answer is C. On the exhaust system. Although carbon dioxide is still produced, a catalytic converter fitted to the exhaust system reduces the toxic and polluting gases by up to 90%. Question 14. You want to put a rear-facing baby seat on the front passenger seat. What must you do if the passenger seat is protected by a frontal airbag? Answer is B. Deactivate the airbag. It's illegal to fit a rear-facing baby seat into a passenger seat protected by an active frontal airbag. If the airbag activates, it could cause serious injury or even death to the child. You must secure it in a different seat or deactivate the relevant airbag. Follow the manufacturer's advice when fitting a baby seat. Question 15. What should the driver of the grey car be especially aware of? Answer is D. Doors opening on parked cars. When passing parked cars, there's a risk that a driver or passenger may not check before opening the door into the road. A defensive driver will drive slowly and be looking for people who may be about to get out of their car. Question 16. What's the main hazard the driver of the red car, arrowed, should be aware of? Answer is A. The bus may move out into the road. If you can do so safely, give way to buses signaling to move off at bus stops. Try to anticipate the actions of other road users around you. The driver of the red car should be prepared for the bus pulling out. As you approach a bus stop, look to see how many passengers are waiting to board. If the last one has just got on, the bus is likely to move off. Question 17. What does the solid white line at the side of the road indicate? Answer is A. Edge of the carriageway. The continuous white line shows the edge of the carriageway. It can be especially useful when visibility is restricted, such as at night or in bad weather. It's discontinued in some places, for example, at junctions, lay-bys, entrances, or other openings. Question 18. You're about to drive home. What should you do if you feel very tired and have a severe headache? Answer is B. Wait until you're fit and well before driving. All of your concentration should be on your driving. Any pain you feel will distract you, and you should avoid driving when drowsy. The safest course of action is to wait until you've rested and are feeling better before starting your journey. Question 19. What can you do to help prevent tiredness on a long journey? Answer is D. Take regular refreshment breaks. Long-distance driving can be boring. This, coupled with a stuffy, warm vehicle, can make you feel tired and sleepy. Make sure you take rest breaks to help you stay awake and alert. Stop in a safe place before you get to the stage of fighting sleep. Question 20. How does drinking alcohol affect your driving behavior? Answer is A. It increases confidence. Alcohol can increase confidence to a point where your driving behavior might become out of character. Sensible behavior might change to risk-taking behavior. Never let yourself or your friends get into this situation. Question 21. How should you react to inexperienced drivers? Answer is D. Be patient and prepare for them to react more slowly. Learners might not have confidence when they first start to drive. Allow them plenty of room and don't react adversely to their hesitation. We all learn from experience, but new drivers will have had less practice in dealing with all the situations that might occur. Question 22. You're driving past parked cars. What should you do if you see a bicycle wheel sticking out between the cars? Answer is C. Slow down and be prepared to stop for a cyclist. Scan the road as you drive. Try to anticipate hazards by being aware of the places where they're likely to occur. You'll then be able to react in good time. Question 23. What should you do when you're approaching a bus that's signaling to move away from a bus stop? Answer is D. Allow it to pull away, if it's safe to do so. Try to give way to buses if you can do so safely, especially when the driver signals to pull away from a bus stop. Look out for people getting off the bus or running to catch it, because they may cross the road without looking. Don't accelerate to get past the bus, and don't flash your lights, as this could mislead other road users. Question 24. Why should you switch off your rear fog lights when the fog has cleared? Answer is B. To prevent dazzling drivers behind. Don't forget to switch off your fog lights when the weather improves. You could be prosecuted for driving with them on in good visibility. The high intensity of rear fog lights can dazzle drivers behind and make your brake lights difficult to notice. Question 25. What will happen if you use rear fog lights in good conditions? Answer is D. They'll dazzle other drivers. Rear fog lights shine more brightly than normal rear lights, so that they show up in reduced visibility. When the visibility improves, you must switch them off. This stops them dazzling the driver behind. Question 26. You're driving on a motorway at night. Which lights should you have on if there are other vehicles just ahead of you? Answer is A. Dipped headlights. If you're driving behind other traffic on the motorway at night, use dipped headlights. Main beam headlights will dazzle the other drivers. Your headlight's dipped beam should fall short of the vehicle in front. Question 27. Why are vehicles fitted with rear fog lights? Answer is D. To make them more visible in thick fog. Rear fog lights make it easier to spot a vehicle ahead in foggy conditions. Avoid the temptation to use other vehicles' lights as a guide, as they may give you a false sense of security. Question 28. Your vehicle breaks down on a motorway and you need to call for help. Why might it be better to use an emergency roadside telephone rather than a mobile phone? Answer is D. It allows easy location by the emergency services. On a motorway, it's best to use a roadside emergency telephone so that the emergency services are able to find you easily. The location of the nearest telephone is shown by an arrow on marker posts at the edge of the hard shoulder. If you use a mobile, find out the number on the nearest marker post before you call. This number will let the operator know where you are and in which direction you're traveling. Question 29. You're towing a trailer along a 3-lane motorway. When may you use the right-hand lane? Answer is B. When there are lane closures. If you're towing a caravan or trailer, you mustn't use the right-hand lane of a motorway with 3 or more lanes except in certain specified circumstances, such as when lanes are closed. Question 30. When may you stop on a clearway? Answer is A. Never. Clearways are in place so that traffic can flow without the obstruction of parked vehicles. Just one parked vehicle can cause an obstruction for all other traffic. You mustn't stop where a clearway is in force, not even to pick up or set down passengers. Question 31. Which type of sign tells you what you must not do? Answer is B. Signs in the shape of a circle give orders. A sign with a red circle means that you aren't allowed to do something. Study Know Your traffic signs to ensure that you understand what the different traffic signs mean. Question 32. What does this sign mean? Answer is A. Maximum speed limit with traffic calming. If you're in a place where there are likely to be pedestrians, for example, outside a school, near a park, in a residential area or in a shopping area, you should be cautious and keep your speed down. Many local authorities have taken steps to slow traffic down by creating traffic calming measures such as road humps. They're there for a reason. Slow down. Question 33. Which sign means no stopping? Answer is C. Stopping where this clearway restriction applies is likely to cause congestion. Allow the traffic to flow by obeying the signs. Question 34. What's the meaning of this traffic sign? Answer is D. You have priority over vehicles coming towards you. Don't force your way through. Show courtesy and consideration to other road users. Although you have priority, make sure oncoming traffic is going to give way before you continue. Question 35. Where would you see a contraflow bus lane? Answer is B. On a one-way street. The traffic permitted to use a contraflow lane travels in the opposite direction to traffic in the other lanes on the road. Question 36. What does this sign mean? Answer is B. Roundabout. As you approach a roundabout, look well ahead and check all signs. Decide which exit you wish to take and move into the correct position as you approach the roundabout, signaling as required. Question 37. You're about to overtake. What should you do when you see this sign? Answer is B. Hold back until you can see clearly ahead. You won't be able to see any hazards that might be hidden in the dip. As well as oncoming traffic, the dip may conceal a cyclists, a horse riders, a parked vehicles, or pedestrians in the road. Question 38. What does this sign mean? Answer is D. No through road. You won't be able to find a through route to another road. Use this road only for access. Question 39. Where would you find these road markings? Answer is D. At a mini roundabout. These markings show the direction in which the traffic should go at a mini roundabout. Question 40. Which shape is used for a give way sign? Answer is B. Other warning signs are the same shape and color, but the give way triangle points downwards. When you see this sign, you must give way to traffic on the road that you're about to enter. Question 41. What does a sign with a brown background show? Answer is C. Tourist directions. Signs with a brown background give directions to places of interest. They're often seen on a motorway, directing you along the easiest route to the attraction. Question 42. What does this sign mean? Answer is A. Cycle route ahead. Where there's a cycle route ahead, a sign will show a bicycle in a red warning triangle. Watch out for children on bicycles and cyclists rejoining the main road. Question 43. What does this sign mean? Answer is D. The right-hand lane is closed. Yellow and black temporary signs may be used to inform you about roadworks or lane restrictions. Look well ahead. If you have to change lanes, do so in good time. Question 44. Which diagram shows a hazard warning line? Answer is B. You need to know the difference between the normal center line and a hazard warning line. If there's a hazard ahead, the markings are longer and the gaps shorter. This gives you advance warning of an unspecified hazard. Question 45. What do the long white lines along the center of the road mean? Answer is C. Hazard warning. The center of the road is usually marked by a broken white line, with lines that are shorter than the gaps. When the lines become longer than the gaps, this is a hazard warning line. Look well ahead for these, especially when you're planning to overtake or turn off. Hey, if you find this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel and hit bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Your support helps us bring you more content to ace your theory test. Now, let's get back to the video. Question 46. Who's responsible for making sure that a vehicle isn't overloaded? Answer is A. The driver of the vehicle. Carrying heavy loads will affect control and the vehicle's handling characteristics. If the vehicle you're driving is overloaded, you'll be held responsible. Question 47. You wish to tow a trailer. Where would you find the maximum nose weight for your vehicle's tow hitch? Answer is B. In the vehicle handbook. You must know how to load your trailer or caravan so that the hitch exerts an appropriate downward force on the tow ball. Information about the maximum permitted nose weight can be found in your vehicle handbook or obtained from your vehicle manufacturer's agent. Question 48. You're about to start a journey towing a trailer. What should you do if you notice that a light on your trailer is not working? Answer is C. Repair the fault before continuing with your journey. You must make sure that your vehicle and trailer are roadworthy. Check that your tires are legal and the brakes and lights are working properly. If any of these things are not working, you must not drive or tow your trailer until the fault is repaired. Question 49. What does this sign mean? Answer is C. Local buses may stand at all times. This sign tells you that this is a place where local buses may stand, from which all other vehicles are prohibited during the time shown. Question 50. What does this sign mean? Answer is C. Pedal cyclists to dismount at end of a cycle lane, track or route. This sign tells pedal cyclists to dismount at end of a cycle lane, track or route. For more practice and updates, click on the video you're watching on the screen. Keep building your confidence and get closer to passing your theory test. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.